Creating a family, the motivation for marriage. Family is the most important factor accompanying a person throughout his life. The importance of its influence on the personality, its complexity, and versatility cause a large number of different approaches to the study of the family, as well as definitions found in the scientific literature. In order to create a family, one needs motives. One basic motive is love. E. from Rote, love is the only satisfactory answer to the problem of human existence. In our opinion, this is precisely the case. Without love, man ceases to see the good in the world around him, becoming more selfish and cynical. It is only by loving something that we humans begin to live a bright life. Fromm goes on to say that most people are not able to develop a sense of love to an adequate level of maturity, self-knowledge, and determination. The reason why many people do not recognize the need to start a family, according to Fromm, are the following circumstances. Most people look at love from a how to be loved rather than a how to love perspective. There is a notion that the problem is love itself, not the ability to love. The concepts of falling in love and being in love are confused, with the result that the dominant view is that there is nothing easy about love, whereas in practice it is quite different. Love, according to Fromm, is an active interest in the life and development of the person for whom we feel this feeling. Where there is no active interest, there is no love. Before starting a young family, one must be prepared for new rights and responsibilities. This preparation before marriage includes physiological readiness for marriage, ability to reproductive function, general personal readiness, the necessary level of mental development, psychological maturity. This problem was studied by Borman R. Shilji, T.V. Andreeva, I.V. Grebennikov, and V.A. Sasenko. They distinguish three main stages of young people's readiness for marriage: physiological maturity, social maturity, ethico-psychological readiness for marriage. Two periods are distinguished in the formation of a married couple: premarital. The results of many studies have shown the commonality of premarital factors that motivated young people to enter into a formal relationship significantly affects the success of the adaptation of the spouses in the first years of life together, the strength of the marriage. Let's name a few of these factors: place and situation of acquaintance of young people, the first impression of each other, social and demographic characteristics, length of the courtship period, initiator of the marriage proposal, time of thinking over the marriage proposal, the situation of the marriage arrangement, age, parents' attitude toward marriage. Applying to marital relations, A.G. Karchev wrote, "The psychological side of marriage is a consequence of the fact that a person has the ability to understand, evaluate, and emotionally experience both phenomena of the surrounding world and his own needs. It includes both thoughts and feelings of spouses in relation to each other, and objective expression of these thoughts and feelings in deeds and actions. S.V. Kovalev believes that the motivation for entering into marriage includes at least 5 types: love, spiritual closeness, material calculation, psychological compliance, moral considerations. The study of the influence of marital motivation on marriage satisfaction confirms the importance of the first 2 motives. Among those who entered into a marital union for love and common ground, the maximum number of satisfied and the minimum number of dissatisfied. The unity of these 2 motives is important. Disappointment with family and marriage proved more likely in those who focused solely on their feelings, without the spiritual community of spouses necessary to preserve them. According to some researchers, in a large number of cases love turns out to be a factor preventing the preservation of the family union. First of all, S.V. Kovalev writes, "In the impatience of love we do not seek a spouse, but a loved one, forgetting that we have to live not with one this beautiful feeling, but with its subject and carrier, quite a specific person with a unique mental world, image of his I, temperament, character and personality traits, why the fusion of 2 I does not always result in one we." Secondly, under the romantic cover of love we very often forget that no matter how much the spouses love each other, in their family, they will just have to perform the usual functions of every married couple. The West German psychologist X. Shelsky argues that when the expectation of love becomes the primary motive of marriage, the main meaning of family life with its daily cares, caring for young children is reduced to the death of these illusions, the destruction of magic, which often leads to the search for a new love partner. This is one of the variants of the pessimistic view of the relation between love and marriage, which contains a mixture of the concepts of love, falling in love, illusion, and consumerism as an expectation of extraordinary feelings from the other. E.G. Idemiller and V.V. Yastitsky, who are well-known psychotherapists, take another view of the parody of love and marriage. Yastitsky, expounding it in describing the mechanism of emotional identification with the family. The authors consider the emotional relationship of sympathy as a cementing force in family relationships. They note that sympathy relations to a certain extent neutralize states of frustration arising in interpersonal relations, including in the family. It is easier to adapt to frustrating features of character of the spouse, e.g. Idemiller, V.V. Yastitsky, 1990.